Dump Month, also known as where they dump all their bad movies, because nobody goes to the movies in January. So today we have Megan. Will it be the start of a new franchise? Because we're gonna get like at least three of these. Infinity Pool, which is the new movie from Brandon Cronenberg, known for his extreme body horror. This movie is NC-17. Is it worth its hype? Skinamarink, a incredible horror film, very low, very small. Very very indie, like one of those Blair Witch projects that has like a $10,000 budget. Point is, it is extremely. Anyway, you know what? We'll get into it. Broker, from Korea, all about the system of adopted children in that country. Very interesting. Missing, the spiritual sequel to Searching, which is a whodunit thriller, all through these screens of technology. So we're talking camera phone, webcams, etc., etc. Very cool gimmick. Does it live up to that? And Only Murders in the Building. I got two TV shows. This one's first. Whodunit. Steve Martin created the show. Does he still have it? You got Martin Short, Selena Gomez. Murder happens in the building. Podcasts are involved. It's pretty good. Reservation Dogs, all about native culture and representation. Very strong. And for the mini events, I got not one but two, but three cat videos. Can't disappoint you. It's the grand return. So here we go. I put this here. I got chat right over here. And okay, so yeah, starting with Megan. This is from, I forget the director, but this is one of his first movies. It's a big deal because it's produced by James Wan. They want to make a franchise out of it. It was supposed to be R-rated, but it got turned into a PG-13 because they're trying to get young people into horror, and this is like their gateway drug, in the same way Chucky was back in the day. Very smart move, because when I went to go see it in theaters, there was a 8-year-old girl like right next to us when we watched it. And I'm pretty sure it worked more for her than it did for us, as it's not that terrifying. But the concept is good enough, the story was good, and it got there, to be honest. So as a start to a franchise, I couldn't be happier. It's going to be an 8 out of 10. Do not expect to be scared. But for a living AI doll story, it doesn't disappoint. Infinity Pool. Will it live up to its gore? Because that's the thing. It was so gory that people had puke bags, and they give it an NC-17 rating, which is rare. Only like 1, 2, or 3 movies per year get that thing, and they literally have to tame it up so that it actually releases in movie theaters, because no movie theater in the world will allow that risk to happen. Don't want your child to be like walk into like some horror movie right after Megan and be traumatized to life. But the point is, it doesn't live up to that hype. It is gory. There is moments of extreme shock, but the story itself is pretty boring. It's about a rich couple who go to another country, hostile style, where the people are weird, then they get captured by the police, and they are introduced to this concept of clonage. So if you do a crime, you can get cloned, and that clone gets killed. The twist is that you have to watch yourself being killed, and that leads to more and more shenanigans. That concept sounds cool, but to be honest, I was extremely bored by this movie. I had just woken up and I was yawning the whole time. The gore does elevate it. There are some fun sequences, but unless you're extremely interested, love the director, or love gore, you should not see this one. It's a 6 out of 10 from Possessor's Brandon Cronenberg. Skinamarink, on the other hand, is the most tense movie I've probably ever seen, if not, since I was a child, like watching something like The Ring. Very special horror movie, very small budget, and it's not scary in the original sense. The shots are weird. It's in a house. I would recommend you watch the trailer for this one because it is so specific. And if I watched it alone, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I must admit, I could not get through it. It was so terrifying, so tense, even though the actual scares in the film are surprisingly weak. They're of the jump scare variety, but the moments leading up to those scares, which are again very few within that 1 hour and 40-minute timeline, is as tense as humanly possible. It is incredible. So check out the trailer, watch it in the dark room alone with headphones if you can, because the experience is meant to be experienced that way. But anyway, Skinamarink, if you're a hardcore horror fan, because it's not for everybody. It's extremely weird. The people that hate it, which is as much passion as I have loving it. So yeah, it's an 8 out of 10. It's a great horror movie, but it does not, it's not above and beyond. Okay, Broker. Again, the adopted system in Korea. So the churches, or some churches, have this box in which you can put a baby, with the concept of putting a baby at a fireman's house. They go a step farther in Korea, and there's literally places in a few cities where there's a box where you can put your child in if you want to put up for adoption. It's all about that. Literally, it starts from that where a baby gets taken into the system. Then out of the system to be sold illegally, you follow the people that are selling the baby, that are brokers, baby brokers, literally, and the detectives trying to capture them. It's very compelling. You know, we're dealing with gray subject matter with great characters, but it explores the entire system of adoption within Korea, and it's very compelling and it's very interesting, and the main dynamics are incredible. I cried when I wanted to cry, and I was in it the whole time. The problem is the ending. The ending is extremely rushed. Some stuff is not thoroughly explained, and to be honest, you will be slightly let down at the end. But the whole journey is extremely compelling. So I would give that another 8 out of 10. Fantastic stuff. If you like Korean films, if the subject matter seems interesting, you would not be disappointed. Finally, Missing for movies. Big one. Okay, I was extremely hype about this one. Thriller. From the same people who did Searching. Searching was one of my favorite movies that year, about a missing girl. So it's a father looking for his missing daughter with the use of webcam technology. Everything that is filmed is done through a camera of some sort. Extremely cool. Like, it seemed gimmicky, but the story is good enough and it was thrilling enough to warrant its 9 out of 10. Missing, same thing, the exact same thing, except they flipped it. So instead of the missing daughter, it's the daughter looking for her missing mother. And again, the movie doesn't mess around. It goes into some hard topics, and I gotta say, it's so fun. You know what I mean? Because the gimmick, because it is so rare and it is so new, it's compelling throughout. You never know what camera you're gonna see. You never know what reveal is gonna happen and how. Whether it be through a news story, as long as it's filmed through a camera, then you might see it. If again, it's another one where try the trailer. If you like thrillers, period, I would recommend this thoroughly. It's so fun. It's really fun. But yeah. Keeps you at the edge of your seat the whole time. It's another winner. It's a 9 out of 10. It's the best movie of January 2023. No 10 so far, but that's January, baby. It's always a crappy month. So yeah, I'll keep doing these every week. We'll keep it going. So yeah, I did Only Murders in the Building, season 1. Still a little bit rusty. This is my first best out of best in like 10 months. 10 months. Only watched the first season. There's season 2 is finished. Season 3 has just been announced with not Helen Mirren. Freaking the best actress in the world, Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep rarely does TV. She's only done one other show. So the fact that Meryl Streep is on the show is a big, big deal. Like I said, created by Steve Martin. Steve Martin is in his 80s. He's very old, and he has not missed a step. It's extremely compelling. Again, it's a whodunit. So it's a murder that happens in the building. These 3 characters are not connected at all, but they get connected because of the murder. Their banter is why it is so good. It's extremely fun. And it moves at a quick pace, and you always want, it keeps you guessing. And it's everything you want out of a whodunit. If you like Knives Out, you will love this. Only watch season 1. I'll get to the others. There's no rush. But if you like whodunits, if you like Steve Martin, cannot recommend it enough. It's I give it a 9, I believe. Yes, for its first season. Reservation Dogs, all about native culture. It's in a res. I'm from a res. I'm native. I know what it's like. I'm here up north. This is from the south. This is the American Reserve. None of that really matters because there's just about like 4 friends hanging out in the town, and they show you native culture in a very funny and fun way. Like there's a reason this transcended its freaking subject matter. It's because Taika Waititi produced it. They made sure to make it fun first and forehand before introducing all of the native aspects. If you like a fun show, same thing, watch the trailer. It's on Disney Plus. It's easy, just watch an episode. You'll feel the vibe if you're interested. It should not disappoint. I give it an 8 out of 10. This is only the first season. Season 2 apparently only gets better. And that's what I'm watching right now. So I'll keep you informed. Moving on. And finally, this is it. The main events. We did it, baby. I will be covering the Oscars thoroughly. I will do a best of the best of all the Oscar movies. I saw Women Talking in January. Did not count it here because I will literally review every single Oscar movie and Best Actor nominations. All of them. So I'll tell you which one to watch because, as always, there's like not really most of them. You don't have to watch them, let alone be interested in them. The big one, of course, is Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's the front runner in terms of people's choice. It's the one to see. That's all you need to know. Okay, here are the main events. Got some cats, baby. This one has no sound. So there's a lot going on. You want to look at the dog, don't look at the dog. The dog doesn't care. It's all about the two cats. The one on the left feels something's gonna happen, and of course, just a free attack from the orange cat. Like no mercy, doesn't give a crap, just gets him. You know what I mean? Wow, the loading messed it up. Next, we gotta move on. Okay, this one I'll play it. No need to explain. You've never seen him bounce like that. I love how playful they can be, you know what I mean? He's like a perfect, oh man, perfect front man in the basketball team, just juking. The rustiness, baby. Gotta shake it off. It's like I'm scraping it, you know what I mean? Here we go. PFK? KFC? PFK is the French name. Always get those two confused. Chunky cats. So that's it, baby. That's January. Until next time, like I said, Oscars. Also, top 50. Literally top 50. I'll recover every big movie from 2022 in the same way I just did, just much faster. But I won't miss a single one. So everything that is worth talking about, I will talk about. And that's pretty much it. Until next time. And I'll play a game very soon. Probably Sonic Mania. No promises. That's probably next, actually. So, until next time.